Well, good afternoon. My name is Tanny Crane. I am president and CEO of Crane Group, but much more importantly, I am a member of this Reeb community, this wonderful Reeb community. I sit on the board. I'm past president of Reeb, and I'm delighted to be here today and thank each of you so very much for being here when our dream is coming true, something that we've been really thinking about and dreaming about and working with the community for at least the last 8 years, if not longer. I've been involved with Reeb. I was trying to think about how long it's been. We opened the doors in 2016, but the thought of this came much before that when our past mayor, Coleman, realized this community deserved the resources that Reeb has to offer. So in 2016, we had a ribbon cutting, and over 300 of our neighbors and families came back to the school that had been closed for so many years, to this vibrant community on the south side. And we have been, as we call it, our happy place, our hub of hope, as you see on the back wall there, for now open for almost 8 years? 9, who's counting? But it's been such a remarkable experience for me. Our company grew up on the south, I can only say south side. If I grew up here, I could say South End, but on the south side, and proud to be a part of this community. And today is truly a dream come true. We've recognized that our neighbors have needs, and we want to be able to provide resources. And one of the most significant needs is housing. So today, as we cut the blue ribbon and we open 4 duplexes across the street to 8 apartments that have 3 bedrooms, 1,200 square feet, wonderful appliances, 1.5 baths, walk-in pantries, full basement, off-street parking, and access to all the resources we have at Reeb. That's what makes a community great, when we have a hub of hope that embraces our Southside friends. So thanks to these duplexes, more Southside families will have a safe place to live, to raise their children, to cook dinner, to play, to live, and lead healthier, happier lives. What could be better? This is such important work to me because we've seen what's happened on the South Side, and we recognize that we have hard-working families that deserve better. And for the last now almost 9 years, we have lived here. We have watched our families walk in. We've watched them have wonderful lunches, their children access great early learning experiences. We have after school with Boys and Girls Club. And as I'm saying this, Allie is staring at me saying, "You're saying all my words." So I'll stop there. But I've never felt so proud to be in a community that serves its residents so well. So it is truly a dream come true, and I can't wait to go tour these remarkable homes for our families. And with that, now I'd like to introduce our esteemed mayor, Andrew Ginther, and thank him in Columbus, the city of Columbus. So I would like to say that during our process, as we were working hard to open the doors here, we met so many times at City Hall, usually down the lower level, the basement level where there are no windows. But what I want to say is that through all these community meetings, the first group that would say yes to any question we had was the city. True partners all along, continue to be, and we know always will be. So thank you, Mayor, so very much.
Appreciate you. Thank you. Good afternoon. It is a great afternoon here on the south side of Columbus. And we know the south side is the best side until I go to the east side later, and the west side after that, and the north side after that. But cover for me while I'm here. It's great to be with you, and I want to thank the Crane Group and Healthy Homes, Nationwide Children's Hospital, Ohio Capital Finance Corporation, Allie and the team here at the Reeb Center, Jane Grody Abel and Donatos, two council members that I want to recognize because none of this work would be able, mayors can propose whatever they want, but if you check your history and your charter, council appropriates. And so to have Councilmember Green and Council President Harden here, I want to say thank you. Thank you for all your support. And I really do want to make special mention of Tanny and Jane. You think about all the great things that are happening here at the Reeb Center and with so many partners like Nationwide Children's Hospital. It is an exciting day for us. We know that Columbus is thriving. In fact, we're the fastest growing city in the U.S. and addressing this historic growth through purposeful and intentional action. But here's the reality we all must confront. Housing is in high demand and short supply. So much that we have a supply crisis in this community. Just like so many other regions across the country, we need more housing of every type and at every price point, market rate, workforce, and affordable. Housing is infrastructure, and it's incumbent upon us to treat it accordingly. The more housing we build, the closer we get to meeting our critical goal of creating 200,000 new units over the next 10 years. And that's just to keep pace with demand. I know Pastor Mike Young is here, and I want to thank him for his leadership and support. We took a very important first step, and with Council President Harden's leadership and the rest of Council passed unanimously the first major change to our zoning code in 70 years that's going to allow us to build more housing, especially along our corridors where we can embrace density and height, because we know those are the two driving forces behind affordability, and just really appreciate their effort. We believe that everybody that works in this community, regardless of what they do for a living, should be able to afford to live here too. And the only way we do that is making sure that we all do our part to build more housing. We believe all work has dignity, and we believe that everybody that works in this region should be able to afford to live here. We're committed to connecting the dots between housing and opportunity, between housing and upward mobility. And we see that here along Reeb Avenue. Just across the street is the Reeb Avenue development. We know that this $12 million investment here at the Reeb Center is now a crucial anchor in this neighborhood, providing services to neighbors and critical neighborhood work, access to a variety of services, classes and programming, and so much more. But let me also be clear. The investment into the housing we're going to tour today wouldn't have happened without the support of the people of Columbus. Back in 2019, Columbus voters approved $50 million bond package that led to the creation of 1,300 new affordable housing units. In 2022, Columbus showed up again in support of affordable housing, this time approving $200 million to preserve and expand affordability throughout the city for homeowners and renters alike. More than $500,000 from the city's affordable housing bonds, $550,000 to be exact, went into this project. We couldn't do it without the support of our residents, and we can't do it without the support of our neighboring municipalities as well. The critical work that Pastor Young started and Council President and Council approved in with the first phase of Zone In. Those corridors under the old code, 6,000 new units over the next 10 years. Because of these code changes, 88,000 units are within our reach if we all work together in the Columbus way, public and private partnerships. That's still less than half what we need in the whole region. So we need the communities outside of Columbus, in our county and exurban counties, to join us in this effort. For us to get the 200,000 units we need in this region to make sure that everybody works here, can live here, has got to extend to all of our partners. And that's why we'll be launching a new P3 later this fall that will be incubated at the Columbus Partnership. The new Regional Housing Collaborative will collectively work to invest $1 billion and create 200,000 more units throughout the region, all working together with the public, private, and regional coordination. We're excited about the work ahead. This work is critically important. We couldn't do it without great partners. And I don't know about you, but I think one of the best partners in the city of Columbus is Nationwide Children's Hospital. So we're so thrilled to be able to turn this part of the program over to Nick Jones, the Vice President of Community Wellness at Nationwide Children's Hospital. Nick?
Well, thank you, Mayor Ginther and Tanny, for your words, and of course, your steadfast leadership for the South Side. None of this could be accomplished without your leadership, so we're thankful to be a partner of yours. As the mayor mentioned, my name is Nick Jones. I'm Vice President for Community Wellness at Nationwide Children's, and I'm honored to be among such dedicated champions for the South Side and to share Nationwide Children's work on the South Side. In 2008, Nationwide Children's launched our Healthy Neighborhoods, Healthy Families initiative. We did so because we know families' health is dependent on more than just the world-class health care we offer in our buildings. Families also need access to quality and affordable housing and good jobs and educational opportunities. So our affordable housing program, Healthy Homes, in partnership with Community Development for All People, is our signature effort, to impact housing in partnership with many of you here, including Mike Primo, Executive Director of Community Development for All People. We made a bigger impact over the last 15 years on the South Side and now Linden than we could have ever imagined. Healthy Homes is the largest children's hospital-backed housing initiative in the country, offering affordable home ownership, rental homes, and home repair services to low to moderate income families. Almost 900 homes have been impacted since 2008, with over 600 of those on the South Side. And today we are honored to add 4 more duplexes on Reeb Avenue. These homes were made possible through the $20 million South Side Renaissance Fund, created in 2018, which allowed us to build 142 rental homes right here on the South Side. I want to give special recognition to our partners. Thank you to the City of Columbus's Land Bank for helping make these properties available to us. And thank you to Ohio Capital Finance Corporation for helping raise the capital that made these projects possible. I also want to thank our political leaders and elected officials in attendance today. Of course, the Mayor, Senator Herschel Craig, Council President Shannon Hardin, and Council Member Melissa Green. Thank you for your leadership. And if I missed any elected officials, please stand so we can recognize you. I also want to thank Simcoe Construction for building these beautiful homes from the ground up. And I want to obviously thank Allie, Tanny, and Jane for the Reeb Avenue Center and your partnership as always. So now I want to introduce probably the best dressed individual in here today, Senator Herschel Craig, who has always been a champion for the South Side and helped support all of our work. So over to you, Senator Craig.
I was thinking as I came up, I always think about the words of Ben Mays. He said this: there ought to be something in a person's life greater than their vocation, more grand than their material possessions or wealth, higher than genius, more enduring than fame. Here lies your greatest challenge and most compelling duty. Whoever uplifts civilization is rich. Though they die penniless, future generations will erect their monument. I think about this so much, President Hardin, and certainly to the mayor, with whom I have enormous respect. but certainly to all of you, Nationwide Children's Hospital. But I have to mention the Crane family, certainly to Jane also, because I happened to be on council when that building was leveled and we were able, out of that dust came the Reeb Center, and the contribution that you have made in the lives of so many families and children. And I need to say that parenthetically because my mother, the only house she was ever able to buy, for 55 years lived at 1026 Linwood Avenue on the south side. I reside in that house right now, Mayor, for the last 14, 15 years. The importance of housing can never be understated or overstated, because the last few months I've been traveling around the state as the ranking member on the Select Committee on Housing, and where we have gone to urban areas around Cleveland, Cincinnati, Toledo, Dayton, but we've also gone to rural areas where families and children, families are sleeping in cars. Young people are dropping out of high school because they don't have permanent housing. And to do what we're doing here today to make sure that no matter what your zip code is, that our families and children have access to safe, affordable housing. The South Side is a wonderful, wonderful community. It always has been. A community where they've built collaboration and partnerships. And you see and witness here today in how the public sector and the private sector and Nationwide Children's Hospital and certainly those that are working daily to make sure that our families, no matter where they are, no matter what the most vulnerable, those on the margins, have affordable and safe housing. And so I'm indeed honored to be here to represent the 135th General Assembly of the state of Ohio. I won't read the resolution in entirety, but to certainly say to you how honored I am to be here today and thank the Reeb Executive Director and those that are working here with our children and our families every single day to make sure that we have affordable and safe housing for all of our children. I commit to you, the state is pushing hard. I have 6 bills in the legislature, the bipartisan bills that we're working on housing. And then I'm also serving on our property tax reform committee. So many families, so many of our seniors are struggling and worried about how they're going to live in their homes and stay in their homes. And I commit to you, we're going to do everything in my power to make sure that all of our seniors that want and care to stay in their homes will be able to stay in their homes. God bless you and have a wonderful day. So I give this award to our executive director before they throw me out of here. But I want to commit this resolution from the 105th General Assembly, and thank you. And thank you for what you are doing, the commitment that you continue to make sure that I'll just say this, I was just at a senior complex this morning. I think it's my mind escapes me. But I was just at a senior complex this morning, and there also we were looking at decent housing. But thank you so much for what you're doing, and we appreciate it. God bless you.
These are hard acts to follow, but I will try my best. Hello, and thank you for joining this afternoon. My name is Allie Zoller, and I have the privilege to serve as the CEO of the Reeb Center. The mission of the Reeb Center is to build trust to connect our Southside community with holistic services to transform their lives. Our team focuses on meeting individuals and families where they are, which looks different in every single case. We take time to build trust, meet those basic needs, and connect our neighbors with the amazing service partners that are inside of this building. Since COVID, we are serving our highest unhoused population and have been serving as a crisis center. Even though this comes with challenges, it takes all hands on deck, and we are committed to making each community member make sure that they are served with dignity. We have a great partnership with Nationwide Children's as they understand the importance of holistic services and what it takes to build a strong and healthy community. Like Children's, housing is a top priority for us here at Reeb. As we know, safe, secure housing creates a healthy neighborhood that we are all striving for. This then creates opportunities for individuals and families to overcome other barriers that they may face. These duplexes show the community the importance and passion we all have for fair and affordable housing. It is important to continue to develop various affordable housing units so all Southside residents have the opportunity to be housed and successful. We are excited to wrap our arms around these families to help overcome any barriers that they may face. I want to thank the staff here at Reeb. There are a few in the stands, if you guys wouldn't mind standing, and all of our partners. And all of our partners that provide extremely difficult work that they do every single day with such grace. It does not go unnoticed, so thank you. I also want to thank all of our partners up on the stage. Like Tanny and Jane will say, this could not be possible without all of them. I would now like to introduce our final speaker today, Jane Grody-Abel, who is the Executive Chairwoman and Chief Purpose Officer at Donato's, but most importantly, the chair of our board.
Actually, Chief Pizza Maker would be another title. Thank you for being here, and I, like so many before me, I'm so thankful for the partnership of Mayor, the City Council, also Senator Herschel Craig, who I think is the biggest fan of the South Side ever, not just because he grew up on pizza, but because he just loves this neighborhood. And if I just think back to, sometimes it just takes a phone call and a conversation. And I'll go back to where Tina and I first got involved was the Southside Learning Development Center that has been operating for 100 years was housed across the street where these 4 new housing development units are. And they have served children in this neighborhood and had done a wonderful job. But when we got the phone call from Action for Children at the time, Diane Bennett, to say, go visit Roberta at the Learning Center, and we did, and to understand the work that they were doing for the kids in this neighborhood, but they deserved better. They deserved a better environment. And so starting that conversation then came the see what's really going on the South Side, and we need a champion. And so when the past mayor called my dad, and I always reach out to people way smarter than me, and I called Tanny, and then the mayor convened really a strong group of people to say, what can we envision that's different? And it's no one person's vision, which is what I love about this center. It was an army and a village of people that made Reeb Avenue Center come to life. And I'm so thankful for everyone that's done that. So I could say the same thing. So I'm Jane, by the way. I grew up on the south side of Columbus, behind our very first restaurant. So Donato's, we now have 472 locations across the United States, but our very first location where I grew up is on Thurman Avenue. It's still one of our thriving locations, giving back to the community, but also being able to feed families. And that's what we love to do, because when you're able to feed a family, you bring your families together, and people are able to share much more than just pizza. So I'm very passionate about this neighborhood. I went to St. Mary's for a few years, and I just think being able for all of us to give back into the community in which we were enriched in our own lives is so important. And so same thing happened and it was the vision of what do we do with those properties, and the city stepped up, and Southside Learning Center, once they moved here, really needed to figure out how to make sure that that property was being useful. And so thank you to the land bank, thank you to the city, And most importantly, thank you to Nationwide Children's Hospital who helped lead this effort, because having the vision or having that phone call and having that conversation of what if we did affordable housing in this neighborhood and then served our neighbors right here at Reeb Avenue Center is just a conversation until you bring community together and you're able to see it come to life. And so while all these partners are so important, I do want to call out one person who every phone call we had, every Zoom call we had, and it has been a number of years, it was Gretchen who continued to push forward and help us see this become a reality, and I really appreciate your vision. So now I have the distinct pleasure of inviting this group up to do a ribbon cutting. So, and it's the blue ribbon, appropriately so, which I appreciate. So we're going to do the ribbon cutting here. After we do the ribbon cutting, please join us across the street to get a tour of these incredible homes. I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to meet our neighbors, but you'll have an opportunity to walk through one of these homes. And I know on social media we have how they were put up, which was a fascinating, awesome, it was really incredible to watch. So please join us right after the ribbon cutting. We're going to go across the street. I know it's hot out, but it's really important that you get to see a little bit of the vision come to life. So thank you. Oh, we're coming down here.
President Hart, that's